This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. 15,000 people filled an amphitheater in Tampa to show their support for Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. The Tampa Bay Times reports another 1,000 were turned away. ABC7's Ray Collins has details of Trump's appearance in the Bay Area. Ray?
Haley, it's been a long campaign. We're down to 2 weeks now, and Trump fans predict a surge on Election Day. It's not uncommon for candidates to do a lot of hugging, but you don't see this too often. Donald Trump's supporters showed up early and filled the grounds of the amphitheater, and that included Linda Connolly of Sarasota.
If you don't vote for Donald Trump and you vote for Hillary Clinton, you are not giving your grandchildren a future. Take the candidates out of the equation and look at the issues, and then you will vote for Trump.
Mary Ann Purkiser plans to vote for Trump, and she wants him to build a wall and crack down on illegal immigration.
I have a lot of clients that come here legally, and they buy homes, and we welcome them with open arms. But we need to stop. We need to take care of the people that are in this country, not outside the country.
When you look at these crowds, when you take a look at what's out there.
Before the rally, Trump talked to ABC7 about whether he had any regrets about the campaign.
You can always say I would have done things a little bit differently, but when I first announced that we had 17 people were saying, well, maybe Trump, he's never done this. He's not a politician. I think it turns out to be one of my greatest assets.
And this crowd in Tampa clearly agrees.
And we will make America great again. God bless you. God bless you, Tampa.
And this was part of a 3-day campaign across the state as early voting begins in Florida. Haley.
And Ray, I understand Donald Trump had some VIPs to warm up the crowd in Tampa today.
Yeah, Attorney General Pam Bondi was back on the campaign trail, as well as retired legendary FSU football coach Bobby Bowden.
Probably, playing to a crowd of many who like him there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Ray. And we do have Trump's full one-on-one interview with ABC7's Alan Cohn on our website. You can see that on mysuncoast.com. Clinton will also be visiting Florida this week. Her 2-day trip includes a rally at the Curtis Hickson Waterfront Park in Tampa on Wednesday. Doors open at 12:15 and the event is set to begin at 2:45. But today she was rallying in New Hampshire as the latest national polls show her ahead in the race, but paint different pictures. An ABC News tracking poll gives Clinton a double-digit advantage over Trump, while a CNN ORC poll has the race tightening to a 5-point margin. Clinton today continuing to take issue with Trump's refusal to say he will accept the results of the election unless he wins.
The peaceful transfer of power is one of the things that makes our country great. Something we can't lose, something we shouldn't even doubt.
Clinton's running mate Tim Kaine is set to stop by Sarasota on Friday, but the exact time and location have not been announced yet. As early voting locations open in most counties across the state today, election supervisors reported more than 1.2 million votes had already been cast through vote-by-mail ballots. Meanwhile, here on the Suncoast, 7 early voting locations opened in Sarasota County and 5 in Manatee County. We talked to some voters already submitting their ballots for the general election.
This was much easier. I was very glad for the opportunity to come.
I don't want to be stuck out here in lines. Beat the crowd, basically.
I usually mail in my ballot, but this election's too important to trust to the mail service, I felt.
All but 17 of Florida's 67 counties opened early voting locations today. Early voting in Sarasota and Manatee counties runs through Saturday, November 5th. An Obamacare controversy leading up to the election, the Obama administration confirms that health care premiums are set to increase an average of 22% for the benchmark Silver plan next year. That means it will cost nearly $300 a month. The sharp increase is being blamed on insurers raising prices and reducing their presences on the exchanges. Roughly 1 in 5 consumers will only have one insurer to choose from. However, as far as those price hikes may go, many consumers will not likely hardly notice them because 85% of enrollees receive federal subsidies. And now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Thanks, Haley. A beautiful night it is, too. Right now, clear skies and 68 degrees. The dew point temperature at 58. That number has come up a little bit. Humidity at 70%. Winds out of the north-northeast. Pretty light, 6 miles an hour. Pressure way up there, 30-19. That continues to rise. We're under the influence of this high pressure, and it will continue to bring us this northeasterly wind component, which, by the way, will keep us on the cooler side to start things off. Tomorrow, we're looking for low temperatures basically into the upper 50s. In most places, if you're within a mile or two of the beach, temperatures will be in the low 60s there. The dry air that had been in place, which brought the beautiful sunny skies all over the weekend, and it's starting to shift off to the east now. We are starting to see some high variety of cloudiness move in from the west. Our forecast for this evening and overnight, we're expecting low temperatures, I mentioned, right around 60 degrees. We'll have fair skies and then sunshine throughout most of the day tomorrow. More in your forecast for the rest of the work week and into the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The opioid epidemic continues to be a major issue across the U.S., including right here on the Suncoast. Today, lawmakers on the state and federal level came together for a roundtable discussion in hopes of solving the problem. Among those in attendance, Senator Marco Rubio and Congressman Vern Buchanan, who are both running for re-election. Buchanan notes that there's been a 900% increase in overdose deaths in the last 5 years in Manatee County, and that leads the state.
The people have to be willing, first and foremost. They have to be ready. And when they come here, they'll go through intensive classes and schoolwork and things like that in order to find out where the root of that problem is.
It needs to be treated as a health epidemic, because it is. I think mental health is what we really need to put our primary resources into, and as well as the rehabilitation.
Buchanan said he wants the county to come up with a plan to detail what resources are needed from both the state and federal level to help fight the epidemic. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office giving students a sense of what it's like to be a deputy, taking them through their rightful policing training. Students had the chance to go through several scenarios, including traffic stops, domestic disturbances, even break-ins. It's all part of the Sheriff's Office's rightful policing strategy meant to build and maintain trust within the community. This comes at a time when tensions are high between some law enforcement agencies and the communities they police.
The trust has been broken to some degree in different parts of our nation, and the millennials and the young people, to make sure their frame of mind are at the point where they recognize they can call us to come and give them help.
It's something that teenagers need to be aware of, because we are growing up in this era.
The students took a survey at the beginning and the end of the day to see if the training changed their views of law enforcement. The DeSoto Bridge connecting Bradenton and Palmetto is at the end of its service life, but as it stands now, there is no money to replace it. The Bradenton Herald reports that the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization met with state transportation officials today to discuss upcoming projects. And while replacing the bridge has been a priority for months now, there is still no funding set aside for it in the near future. Commission Chairwoman Vanessa Baugh told the paper she thinks the county should work with the state on expediting the project. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, military veterans forced to pay back their enlistment bonuses a decade later. Why this is happening. And what in the world is going to happen to that gyrocopter a Florida man used to land at the U.S. Capitol last year?
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, managing chronic pain without opioids, plus freezing your way to fitness, money matters, and actors who bake in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
On horrendously cold nights, on days when the rain has been relentless, or when the sun is beating down, there is an animal trapped with no protection, fighting to stay alive. Time is running out for them, but you can help save them by joining the ASPCA today. With your donation of just $18 a month, you'll help rescue abused and neglected animals, provide them with food, shelter, and medical care. When you go online or call in the next 10 minutes, we'll send you this free membership kit and our limited edition 150th anniversary t-shirt. It's just 60 cents a day to pull animals out of a terrible life. Don't let them suffer another day. Please help now.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Well, Bob, it's actually, should I say, a little bit chilly out there right now.
Yeah, you know, over the weekend, too. I know I played golf very early on Sunday morning, and it was cold. Jackets required.
Crazy.
It's going to get a little warmer each day, though. Tomorrow morning should be nice, though. Still into the upper 50s in places. We'll show you that. And just look at this sunset. This is from the Van Wezel webcam. And get a look. That's actually our tower cam. Not Van Wezel, but tower cam. And you see this afterglow right afterward. The sun goes down there, and then just a few minutes later, this brilliant red and orange appear on some of the high-level cirrus clouds around, making for a delightful sunset tonight. Here's a look at some of the photos. Now, this one I actually stopped and took a picture of. It was so interesting to look at. This is known as a gravity wave cloud. It looks like a ribbon, though, really, and it's a result of upper air moving down and then up, down and up, looking for an equilibrium there. And a lot of folks took this shot. This is one from Terra Golf and Country Club, Maryland, getting this all the way looking southward. That's where it was located. And this one from Minnesota Beach, Casey Jones, also getting a picture of this interesting cloud formation that does occur every once in a while. Usually it's a little more widespread, but that was just some isolated area right there. And then Cindy always sending photos in, getting that afterglow effect as well. Send your pictures to, again, at MySuncoast. That's Twitter, and then mysuncoast.com as well. And it looks like the radar picture showing some snow. We're starting to enter into winter now, it seems like, over portions of Canada and throughout the northeast United States. At least it feels like that. They're getting some snowfall and wind chill factors, and Quebec and Montreal all the way down into now Vermont again. They got some snow over the weekend. For us, different story. High pressure is still in control now, and it's over the southeast. It's providing us with that east and northeasterly wind flow. That will become more easterly and possibly southeasterly by Thursday, which will have a tendency to get this number a little higher. It's at 58 right now. Our temperature at 68 degrees, the relative humidity 70%. And the pressure 3019, and that continues to rise. The high today, 1 degree below average. It's been unusual to say that, but 60 was the morning low. That too running well below the average. 45 the record, though, set in 1923, and no rainfall to report. It's been dry, and it will stay that way too. It looks like all the way through this week, no real threat of any significant rainfall as a result of that big area of high pressure. And as far as temperatures go, currently it's in the 50s already in Tallahassee and in Jacksonville, 65 now in Orlando, 76 degrees in Key West and 75 in Miami. Closer to town, we see temperatures into the 60s up and down the coast right now. Mid to upper 60s because of the influence of the Gulf of Mexico near the coast, a little bit warmer. You move inland, it's some 6 to 8 degrees cooler in places like Lake Placid, Sebring, Arcadia, as well as in the Punta Gorda, Northport now you're at 64. Lows tonight We'll be into the upper 50s to low 60s up and down the coast, and generally a couple degrees warmer near the water. If you're right there on Longboat Key, 65 for low, Anna Maria 65, 62 in Bradenton, the expected low temperature as we wake up tomorrow. Temperatures will warm just into the mid 80s tomorrow under partly cloudy skies, a little bit more cloudiness in the upper levels of the atmosphere. That wind flow will be out of the east and northeast, and it will stay that way too. It'll get a little breezier, I think, on Wednesday and Thursday as the pressure gradient tightens up a little bit there. Well, there's no real chance for development anywhere in the Atlantic. Now, in the Pacific there's some good chances there. Their season usually lasting a little bit longer than ours ending November 30th. High pressure moving to the southeast now, bringing us that east to southeasterly wind flow by Thursday, which will warm us up. You'll notice a little bit more easterly on Wednesday, and then that front comes down, eventually fades away before it reaches us. Temperatures 47 in Boston. Yes, it's starting to feel cold in Chicago at 44. 56 degrees in Denver and 66 degrees in Wichita. Dallas now at 72. For boaters tomorrow, pretty good. Seas running right around 2 feet with a light chop. The winds and seas will pick up a little bit more so on Wednesday. Low tide upcoming. High tide will be at 9:36 and sunrise at 7:37. Once again, a pretty cool start. Comfortable. 60 for a low. And then tomorrow we'll have a little bit warmer temperatures. 1 degree probably warmer than today. And then slightly increasing humidity through Thursday and even into Friday, and then a little weak front comes down, cools us just a little bit, just in time for Halloween. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Insurance claims in Florida from Hurricane Matthew have reached nearly $550 million. Some 91,000 claims have been filed, with the majority coming from residential property owners. A quarter of those claims have been closed so far, with less than half being approved for payments. Meanwhile, FEMA announced today that full public assistance is now available for 6 more counties in the recovery from the storm. But Governor Rick Scott says there are still more counties that need federal aid. A sudden financial burden to thousands of U.S. military veterans. The Department of Defense now asking them to pay back bonuses they received 10 years ago for re-enlisting. Andy Rose explains.
I feel betrayed that I gave them my time and now they want my money back.
Susan Haley is a retired Army Master Sergeant who served in Afghanistan. Now she says the government is forcing her to pay them a quarter of her income every month.
My family has sacrificed so much, and now we're struggling to pay even our house payments.
Haley is one of thousands of veterans forced to pay back bonuses they received during their service. The problem dates back 10 years. In order to get soldiers to re-enlist during the Iraq War, the military offered more money, loan forgiveness, and other benefits. Unfortunately, those bonuses were only meant for soldiers with certain assignments. Investigators uncovered rampant fraud and mismanagement by California Guard officials trying to meet enlistment targets. Now veterans are paying the price with interest.
Well, they're asking for over $25,000, and that's because they've been charging me interest.
According to the Department of Defense, the Pentagon is looking closely into the matter. California Congressman Adam Schiff says he has written to the head of the California National Guard asking to stop any attempts to reclaim soldiers' bonus money until he and Congress can work out a solution.
I think it's outrageous that the National Guard soldiers are being asked to repay bonuses that they had every right to expect.
The attention is a relief to veterans like Haley, who has struggled since 2012 to have her complaints heard.
The amount of debt that has been incurred is devastating to our family.
I'm Andy Rose reporting.
Soldiers who receive these bonuses to re-enlist to fight in Iraq and Afghanistan can petition to have the debt waived. We are learning more tonight about the tour bus crash in California that killed 13 people and injured 31. Authorities say the bus was returning from a casino when it slammed into the rear of a tractor trailer yesterday. Investigators have not said how fast the bus was going, but that the speed was so significant that the big rigs trailer went about 15 feet into the bus in the collision. 12 of 13 victims have been identified. One of them was the driver, who was also the tour bus owner. Officials say no mechanical problems have been reported.
We know that his bus had been inspected routinely for several years. I talked yesterday about 2014, 2015, and 2016, and he got a satisfactory rating. There was no specific violations of mechanical issues.
Several of the passengers suffered lacerations to the face. The California Highway Patrol and the National Transportation Safety Board are still investigating the crash. Remember Ruskin mailman Doug Hughes, who flew a gyrocopter through restricted airspace and landed on the lawn of the U.S. Capitol last year? Well, Hughes pleaded guilty to operating a gyrocopter without a license and forfeited the small aircraft as part of a plea deal. So what is to come of that gyrocopter? A U.S. Capitol Police spokeswoman says it will likely be destroyed in the coming weeks. Forfeited property can be sold, but the spokeswoman says selling it would be inappropriate because it was used in an unlawful act. A World Series preview and Suncoast spring training announcements are next in sports.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Come experience the precision, performance, and power of the Ram 1500 during Ram Power Days at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort, gizmos, and gadgets you'd find in a luxury vehicle. And right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Sarasota Opera presents Donizetti's Don Pasquale. 6 performances from October 28th through November 13th. Reserve your tickets at sarasotaopera.org.
Now, sports.
It's a game they should have won, and they did so convincingly. The Bucks are now back to 500 and still in second place after their 34-17 victory over the struggling 49ers yesterday. They win out west. It gives them some momentum heading back to Tampa Bay for a 3-game homestand, starting with the Raiders and then the first-place division rival Atlanta Falcons, who they beat on the road in Week 1.
Well, wish we were 6-0, but we're not. And back-to-back wins on the road. We gotta learn how to win some games at home. Let's keep those Raider jerseys out of the lower bowl. Let's get some Bucks jerseys in there. Let's rock that place next week. I think we got 3 in a row at home. We got to do our part.
Game time at Raymond James Stadium on Sunday is at 1 o'clock. Brock Osweiler returning tonight to the city where he was part of last season's Super Bowl win. The Denver Broncos hosting the Houston Texans on Monday Night Football. And barring some late game heroics, the Broncos are going to win this one and improve to 5-2. They are up 24-9 with just a few minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Osweiler has just 107 yards passing. The matchup alone is historic. The Cubs and the Indians, Game 1 tomorrow night. It's the first time in baseball history we'll have a World Series between two franchises that haven't won one in more than 50 years. The gravity of the situation is not lost on the two teams' managers, but they're not focusing on it.
I just think, you look too far back or you look too far forward, you miss what's right in front of you. So these players have earned the right to try to see if we can beat the Cubs.
I think that would be something that's, post-mortem after you've actually done it. I think that's when you really dwell on that particular thought. In the meantime, I promise you our guys are going to be in the present tense.
First pitch is set for 8:08. Cleveland has home field advantage because the AL won the All-Star game. The Baltimore Orioles wasting little time announcing their spring training schedule. Their home opener at Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota will be against the Pirates on February 26th. It is one of 6 games they will play against Pittsburgh in the spring. The O's will face the other Suncoast spring training team, the Rays, 4 times. Single game tickets will go on sale in January. For more information, you can head over to our website, mysuncoast.com, and click on links we mentioned at the bottom of the homepage. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Fit for $149 or Civic just $169 with no down payment. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation, and everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts, and 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord or CR-V for $179 with no down payment. Your choice, just $179. That's GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
have been a few bald eagles in the news recently. There were 2 rescues in Florida in just the past couple of weeks. And today in Sarasota, not a rescue, but a pretty cool encounter. Sarasota police posted these pictures on social media. 2 officers were responding to a call when they came across a handsome-looking fellow. The eagle seemed to be looking out for them and then checked out the patrol car before going on its way and getting back to doing bald eagle things, you know, looking patriotic, supporting the United States of America,
Yeah, right.
going to vote, you know, doing all that stuff.
That is pretty cool, though.
I mean, they're just so stately, especially when in those poses and the way they captured them there. That's very cool. And do remember to go vote. Early voting
That's
is
right, early
underway
voting.
now.
I talked to my parents who are down in Northport. They said there's a pretty long line. There's actually a lot of people doing it. So
Especially on the first day.
That's
Yeah,
right,
you can wait a couple days
Right.
and it should die down. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.